Alright, so Jess, you chose this week's movie. What did we watch, and tell us about it?
Alright, so you wanted to watch a movie that was that just came out, something recent that we can talk about and put it up so that other people can watch it. So I was thinking about good movies coming out last week Friday, and none of them caught my eye except Notorious. So the movie Notorious is basically a biopic about Christopher Wallace, aka Notorious B.I.G., aka Biggie Smalls.
Francis, you don't know anything about Biggie Smalls, so you came into this movie pretty fresh. And what do you think about it?
For someone, of course, who probably has never heard of Biggie Smalls' soundtrack before, I mean, it was good. I'm talking like just a regular moviegoer. I'm not so much deep into like, oh, this is the director, these are the actors. I really don't care about the actors. I just care about the movie itself. All the elements of I think every movie. I mean, it had war and fighting, had conflict. It had a love story, it had music, a story about someone growing up.
You know, for me personally, I felt like I didn't really care about any of the characters or the relationships, because it just felt like it glossed over everything. You know, we see his relationship with Kim, and it starts off with just like, oh hey, you know, spits and game, what's up, little mama, you hot? Cut, boom, they're doing it. I didn't spend, as a viewer, I didn't spend time like seeing them get to know each other, kind of fall in love with each other. It's just like, okay, oh, I guess they're together now.
That was basically just like some girl he wants to do every once in a while. Kind of like a friend with benefit, man.
No, yeah, I mean, yeah, I get that it's friends with benefits, but towards the end of the movie, you know, when Biggie Smalls is breaking up with everyone, like, he's breaking up with Faith Evans, he's breaking up with Kim, it's like, they're trying to make me feel bad, like, oh, wow, Biggie's life's falling apart, wow, his relationship with Kim and, you know, his wife's falling apart. I really don't care. You never really gave me a lot of time to care that he's in love with her, or that he's going out with her, because it's always just like, they just met, 2 minutes later, he's married to Faith, he just met Kim, 1 second later, like, they're doing it. So I never really cared about whether or not their relationship survived or not.
I agree with you on that point, because for probably the whole first half of the movie, right up until he makes his first album, it's like they're trying to tell way too much story, you know, which is the whole point of a biopic. You know, you can never tell the whole story from front to end. It's like it's better if you focus on one thing. It's like the first half of the movie, which is the beginning of his life until he makes his first album, they just tried to cram way too much into that. But like the second half, you know, where they're focusing on how he made his first album and how his second album was being made, they were able to tell that story because it wasn't a long, they didn't have to cover like the first 20 years of his life. They just had to focus on the last 4, which you know, everybody knows what happened.
Yeah, I mean, just not even just relationships, but just in general, I think everything about the movie was just kind of shallow. Characters are introduced, and all of a sudden they're dropped. Like, what could have been a much bigger part of the movie was when when Biggie's mom had breast cancer. I was like, oh, wow, this is sad, because Biggie has a big relationship with his mom. You know, they really care about each other, they depend on each other. This is gonna be a pivotal scene in the movie. Oh, Biggie, I got breast cancer. 2 minutes later, you know, after like a sad sitting down, boom, that's it. We move on. I don't even remember, like, they don't even talk about the breast cancer after that. Another example is when he has his first kid. You know, Jan tells Biggie she's pregnant. You don't hear about the baby until like towards the end of the movie. It's like so many things happen that I don't care about anything. It's like a roller coaster where instead of huge highs and huge lows, you just have a bunch of little hills. And yeah, a lot of stuff is happening to him, but like none of them really feel important when compared to everything else. It's like, there's not like, oh, big triumph, big fall. It's like something good, something bad, something good, something bad. It all happens so quick. Seriously, this film for me, it has 2 big problems. It's who are they aiming for when they shot the movie? Are they aiming for people who know nothing about Biggie Smalls and they want to learn more about it? Or are they aiming for, like, you know, hardcore, you know, gangster rap fans? I knew about this stuff. So whenever they brought new characters on screen, I could tell, oh, that's Tupac, because, you know, the thug life. Or that's Kim, that's Lil' Kim, because I know about Kim. Oh, she is. Like, me knowing Biggie's history and knowing, like, you know, just about his life, I knew that was Faith Evans. But I know you, half the time, you're like, who the hell is this? The film assumes you know who each character is. And, you know, If it's targeted toward the casual, like I don't know anything about Biggie Smalls, I just want to learn more about him.
Like for the whole beginning of the story, I was just these girls are just girls in his life. I mean, they weren't Lil Kim or Faith Evans. They were just chicks in his life, and I thought that they were just like, okay, girls that come in, girls that leave. But
They should have accommodated the more casual, like viewer better. Just in general, would you recommend this film to people?
of course, man, this film was pretty good. I mean, for someone who never knew Notorious B.I.G., for real, I did not want to watch the movie. I didn't feel like I was compelled to watch the movie like I would, like
Hotel for Dogs.
I was thinking Death Race or something like that. But you hear people online say, "Oh, Notorious B.I.G., you guys can go watch it. You guys can go watch it." I was just those guys that kicking back, like, I wouldn't have to give a straight answer. But after watching it, I felt like if I missed it, if I missed it, that would have been a good movie I missed.
All right, as someone who knows Biggie's life, I mean, it was an alright film. I wouldn't go out and run people. Hey, go watch it, go watch it. If you could, get it for free somehow, or someone rented it and like, hey, you want to watch it? Like, yeah, sure, I'm down. But I'm really like, it's not the kind of movie where I want to jump out of my seat and like scream to the hilltops, "Yo, Notorious was the best thing ever."
The movie wasn't bad. I liked it. End of story. I would not recommend this to your families. I would recommend it, however, to my friends, my coworkers, anybody around my age.